Texas is already at a crossroads and we're facing OU this week. Why do they have to win this game?
Yeah, they're 3-2, one conference loss, 0-1 in conference already. OU, biggest rival that they have. If they can get past this game, it opens up a little bit better for them. They've got Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Vandy. Now, can't take any of these teams for granted. Mississippi State in particular and Vandy in particular are much improved over last year. And then you still have to go on the road to Kentucky. So you can't take anybody for granted. But if you can get past OU, it gets a little bit easier with those 3 games, and then you have a bye week to catch your breath. By then, you would hope that Texas would have an identity on offense. We'd be sure that the defense had all the kinks worked out, that the coverage in the back end was better married to the front, and they'd be back on their way to being in conference contention. But on the flip side, if Texas loses this game, everybody's talking about next year, and it's going to be almost impossible to figure out how the roster is going to look next year. Guys are going to be playing for their slot next year. They're going to be playing for their compensation. Guys are not going to want to take pay cuts, but if they don't perform, they don't play hard, they don't keep the buy-in up, you're going to see a lot of changes made this offseason. So there's still going to be a lot of competition, but a lot of it's going to be geared towards next year because, the goals for this season were obvious: to make playoffs, to win the conference, to win the national championship. They will have fallen well short of that. Whoever doesn't buy in is going to be on the way out. And that's even before we talk about the coaching changes that are going to be necessary to make sure that this doesn't happen again.